Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Bella and I'm a zero-based cash budgeter from Ontario, Canada. I've officially been cash budgeting for 6 months as I began as a New Year's goal. I did budget a little bit before January, but I was basically just kind of practicing writing my budget and trying to stick to it mentally. However, I will tell you now that definitely did not work for me. Since I've started withdrawing everything, my life has changed 100%. And I know that's not the same for everyone. Some people prefer to do everything digital. I really don't like wasting the paper at all, but this is a system that just really works for me, and I believe in it wholeheartedly, and therefore that is why I'm still here and doing this. I've noticed a very significant change in my life as far as debt. I'm not officially debt-free yet, but when I started in January, just 6 months ago, I had more than $4,000 in debt, which included credit card debt as well as a debt to my mechanic. So now that my mechanic is paid off and my credit card is mostly paid off, I've also put about $1,000 towards my first out-of-province trip with my family, and I'm over the moon. I'm like really proud of myself, and that's so good. Just another couple updates I've got. So I've also got $1,000 saved up for my next car. Some of you may know my car died in December. The transmission and alternator both went at the same time. So it was not fixable, non-repairable, whatever you want to call it. Gonzo, went to the crusher. Rest in peace, Chaos, which was my Ford Escape. So yeah, I'm working on finding a car. Never dealt with a dealership before, so I'm just really taking my time, really just trying to, be smart about everything. And I really don't want to rush. I want to make good decisions here. I'm hoping to, for the first time in my life, have a car that lasts longer than 4 years. So I would knock on wood, but the dogs would go crazy. So another thing that I've achieved, so I've now got $350 saved up toward my vet, or more. I think it's actually more than $350, but $300 plus saved up for vet expenses, which we've got some pets that need some vaccines, so that'll be coming up. I've also got a little more than $350 saved up for emergency fund, and I have more than $250 in my 100 envelope challenge. So I don't know where that money is going to be going yet, but it's really cool to know I have it and options with it. I know you guys came here for budgeting, so I'm going to say one more quick thing, and then I'm going to get started. So the one thing I have to say, it's going to be a quick change with my channel. I will be reverting back to my old way of having a separate video for stuffing and unstuffing. So that's something you guys are going to notice now. I just uploaded my unstuffing from my previous pay period. It's a very short, quick, and sweet video. That's kind of what I prefer. I feel like when I put the unstuffing in with the stuffing, it just drags, and I feel like some of you may love it, but I personally, like in my own videos, I just don't like having it feeling so crowded. And when I do my unstuffing, I do a lot of my decision making on the spot. I don't like to plan ahead too much because then it just doesn't feel as genuine, I guess. I don't know. So when it comes to my unstuffing video, that is now going to be its own video once again. And then my stuffing video is going to be, once again, its own video as well. So yeah, that's the update. That's the change. Let's get budgeting. When I am budgeting, the very first thing I do is look at my calendar to see what kind of bills and expenses I have coming up. So in the month of June, which by the way, happy 6 months of budgeting to anyone who has been doing it since New Year's like I have. Hopefully you guys are feeling the same kind of success or progress as I am. Okay, so looking at my schedule here, we are here, which is the 7th. It is currently Wednesday, June 7th today. I get paid tomorrow, which is June 8th. Realizing how busy tomorrow is, I have a meeting after a meeting, and then I have soccer with my son. But that's okay. Plus, I have to run to the bank and all that, but that is totally okay. So, let's see here. We did have a PD day, which means that's one day I didn't have to pay a sitter for. But also, May 2/4 was last weekend. And therefore, I didn't have to pay for a sitter for the 2nd or for the 22nd, I think it was. So that's 2 days cheaper on my babysitting bill. And then payday on the 9th, I get Trillium. There is an update on my Trillium. It used to be $33.92 or something like that. It's gone up, guys. It has gone up a whole drastic, like 15 cents. It's now up to $34.01. So I'm still going to be budgeting the Trillium as $30. But as far as anything, I don't have any special bills or anything coming up. So with that in mind, I'll put this away. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our notebook. Because I personally, as you guys should probably know by now, I personally like to do a rough draft before I move it into my nice, pretty printer paper. In case I mess up, I really don't want to have to waste the paper that came out of the printer, because printer ink, guys, it should be an envelope. Okay, so first thing I do is I write down the date of my payday, which is June 8th. And I will be getting $1,463.43. So anyone who's been here for a hot minute knows exactly what I'm about to do. I am going to pretend that $3.43 does not exist. We are going to be budgeting $1,460. That $3.43 is going to stay in my account. It can actually help cover some of the bank fees for when I pull money out tomorrow. Okay, so first things first, we have our online basic expenses. So for example, we have rent, which is $150. Then I have my babysitter, who, as I already previously said, I only owe for 8 days, and 8 times 15 is 120, I think. Sure. Tax-free savings account. That has $100 that goes in automatically every 2 weeks. Now my sister, she fell a little behind on bills this pay, or last pay. Her pay is the week before mine. Whoopsie, that's supposed to be a 3. Her pay was last week, and she fell a little behind. So I'm gonna send her an extra $100 as a lend. I'm going to lend her an extra $100 plus the $30 floating. So I'm going to be sending her $130 tomorrow morning. Then I'm going to be sending a hefty payment to my credit card. The reason being that I might have done some shopping. Boys, cover your ears. I did buy like a $120 order of La Senza. They had a really good sale, and I was in need of some stuff, and you know, that kind of stuff is necessity. So I didn't have it budgeted. They had a really good sale on, and I couldn't resist. I had to, so I did it. So I spent $120 on my credit card for that. And then, guys, please don't yell. My son had a book fair, and I love book fairs. I remember them when I was a kid, except for when I was a kid, books were like $3 to $5. I went in there, bought my son 4 books and myself 3, and it came to $73. So I put that on my credit card, naturally. I went a little out of control. I'm realizing my mistakes. I'm learning that I had no self-control that day, because I might have put both those orders in on the same day. Whoops. But we're only human, and we're here to learn. Okay, moving on. I'm also going to put, I'll explain this later. Okay, I will explain it later, but I'm going to put that there now. And then fees. I'm going to be putting $10 toward my bank fees, because as most of you know, I operate pretty much strictly out of bank machines. I have my voice back, but my words just aren't back yet. Okay, let's add this up and see where we're at. So we got 150 plus 120 plus 100, 130, 400, 10. So $910. Okay, and then we're gonna 1460. So we got 550 remaining. Okay, so with this money, for anyone who's new here, this is the amount I would typically withdraw. Okay, that's what's left after I paid all my online bills. My online bills are anything that comes out in e-transfer automatically, or e-transfer, automatic, or is a bill that I've sent. For anyone also wondering, my phone bill, I actually paid it with my sister's floating 30 plus some of my yard sale money. In the yard sale, I did end up making, I think $75. I gave my son 10, and then the rest I put in toward my phone bill. I figured if I could get rid of a bill instead of just spending the money, we'd be golden. So that's what I did, and we are. So moving on, we are now going on to my variable expenses. So these are the expenses that are subject to change depending on what is going on in the upcoming weeks. Nothing fun is coming up for gas, so I'm going to budget my normal $150. Nothing too crazy with groceries, so I'm also going to budget $150. Pets, the dogs I did buy dog food last pay, therefore I will be buying cat food this pay. I also have to get some ick treatment for my fish tank because I got a bunch of new fish and I stressed them out by adding them. And so now we've got an ick breakout in my tank. If you don't know what that is, be thankful. It's gross to look at, it's weird, and we're going to budget $40 today. Okay, for dine out, think I'm just going to budget, let's see here. I'm going to my sister's twice this weekend because we're having another yard sale on Saturday. So I have to drive there and back twice. So that's an hour each way, which is about 20, 40, 60, 80. But, oh, I'm thinking about gas. Wait, that means I'm going to be paying for 2 meals in my sister's town. I think if I do 50, I should be okay because I can probably convince her on Friday that we should make something, and then on Sunday when I take her home, I'll grab something for the road. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll do 50 for dine out. Okay, for kiddo, we are going to budget $10. Sorry, one more injection. My son has finally given up on the hockey cards until the next ones come out. He's actually picked up a new hobby, and this hobby is skateboarding. My favorite thing about skateboarding is it doesn't cost anything. I have a friend who is training him on everything, and he lent him a board, so I don't have to really pay for anything. It's kind of great. So I'm going to put $10 aside for him anyway, and then I will also put aside $20 for myself. I think that's all I'm going to do for those ones. My dogs are about to start barking. My mom just came in. Okay, so we got 300, which is the two 150s, plus 90, plus 30. We got 420. And after we take that out of the 550, we have 130 remaining. What am I going to do with this 130, guys? Well, for one thing, I already thought about this one. I'm going to start with vacay, and last budgeting video, sorry, I did announce that I was going to start putting anything for vacay onto my credit card. So I'm going to put $60 on that, and I'm going to put that onto my credit. So this isn't money that I need to pull out. That is why I put that up here. So I'm going to be putting 460 onto my credit card, which makes this number here into 490. So that's what I'm going to be withdrawing is 490. So then for car, okay, 130 minus 60, 13 minus 6. So we've got 70 left. So I guess I'll just do 60 for my car as well. And then the last $10 I'll put into an envelope. How's that sound? For like for one of my $100 envelopes. 100 envelope challenge video. Good Lord. Okay, anyway, so that's 130. Therefore, we're left with $0 left to budget, and that is why we are called zero-based budget, because we give every dollar a purpose, and we give every dollar a place, and every place has a purpose. Ha! Almost forgot my own motto. All right, now that that's written, I'm going through this really quickly. I'm so sorry, guys, but now that's written. Gotta find a blank page here, and we're going to write all of this into here. Okay, income, we've got work, 1,400, $1,460. Okay, online expenses. Now just to confirm, 910, 420, 130, so we got 1,460, just like we should. All right, now I'm just really quickly going to jump over here and I'm going to find my denominations so that I can pull this money out of the bank. So we've got 150, I divide this by 2 so it can last 2 weeks. So we got 50, 50, 20, 20, 5, 5. Same with groceries. Pets will do 20, 20. Dine out will do 20, 25, 5. Kiddo will do 5 and 5. Personal will just do a 20. We're not taking money out for vacay. Car will do 55, 5. And envelope will do 5, 5. So we got we'll go over here, 50, 20, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 50 times 5, 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got 9 and 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. 50 times 5 is 250, 180, 60. So what is 250, 180, and 60? 490. Perfect. And then we're going to move all of this information over to here. So in $5 bills, I'm taking out $5, or 5 of them, sorry. Oh my goodness. No, I'm taking out 12. I'm so sorry. 12. 20s, I'm taking out 9. 50s, I'm taking out 5. 12, we got 60, 180, 250, and that equals 490. All right, so that there is the end of my budgeting video. So if you join me tomorrow, I will have my cash stuffing video up, and yeah, we can see what kind of trouble we can get into. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow.